It begins. Ripley Height. Music's playing. Yeah, I'm insane. 2 live streams in one night. That's me, Ripley Height. Still here. Hello everybody, Ripley Hype here. We're still doing videos. I'm still doing live streams. This is not Wizard 101. This is a podcast. I'm doing a podcast on what I feel inspired to do a podcast on. I love the motivational the speech to Rocky Balboa does to his son in Rocky 4. Rocky 5, is it 6? I mean, what the hell? Rocky, the new Rocky. He does a speech to his son about being a man, and I love it. So we're gonna play that now. It's like 4 or 5 minutes. What up, Christo? Welcome to the channel. Hey, KC's in the chat. In the YouTube, the Skype chat. Say hi, KC.
Excuse me.
Hi.
Okay, that's enough of you.
Can I talk with you?
Sure.
Can we do it outside? So you're going through with this?
Yeah, I start training tomorrow.
Oh, it's kind of quiet, ain't it? Y'all hear it?
I made some connections.
I can't hear
Make
it.
some money on this endorsements.
Absolutely, do that.
Thank you, Rob.
Sure.
Okay.
As loud as it goes. Y'all hear it?
So you're nervous about the fight?
Nope.
Scared to death.
What a jerk
Don't look
move.
scared?
Well, you ain't
All right.
supposed to.
We'll just go backwards and we'll try to find a louder one. How about this one? It's HD quality. It should be better. I'm trying to get y'all to hear it because
Oh, hold on.
Whether
Hold
you're
on,
a couple
hold on.
that likes movies, have kids that use all your bandwidth, or have a jet-setting brother you call every day.
All right, here we go. It's
Now I
louder.
can hear.
It's loud. It's a lot
You
louder.
know, living with you,
hear.
it hasn't been easy.
Commercial.
Okay, it's coming.
People
now.
see me, but they think of you. Now with all this going on, this is going to be worse than ever.
It don't have to be.
No, sure it does.
Why? You got a lot going
Hi,
on,
Christo.
kid.
Oh, my last name? That's the reason I got a decent job. That's the reason why people deal with me in the first place. Now I start to get a little ahead. I start to get a little something for myself, and this happens. Now I'm asking you as a favor not to go through with this, okay? This is only gonna end up bad for you, and it's gonna end up bad for me.
You think I'm hurting you?
Yeah, in a way you are.
It's the last thing I ever wanted to do.
I know that's not what you want to do, but that's just the way that it is. Don't you care what people think? Doesn't it bother you that people are making you out to be a joke and that I'm gonna be included in that? Do you think that's right? Do you?
You ain't gonna believe this. But you used to fit right here. I'd hold you up and say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you every day. It was like a privilege. Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. I'm always gonna love you no matter what. No matter what happens. You're my son, you're my blood. You're the best thing in my life. But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life. Don't forget to visit your mother.
And that was Rocky Balboa talking to his son about, you know, standing up for your life and not blaming everybody for your troubles. What motivates you? What motivates you to be the person that you need to be? Also, what can you do? Oh, I love that Doc McStuff is in the background playing. Oh, my wife leaves this on for my kid, and I was like, hate it, because I'm totally not wanting to hear that in the background. He's basically talking about when life hits you in the face and knocks you on the ground on your ass, you have to get up and like keep pushing past the adversity that life gives you. And nothing in life is easy. You think that a little hit can knock you down, then you're not really worth trying for, you know. There's also another video I want to play. It's Matthew McConaughey. It's actually Matthew McConaughey. He was doing
performances.
He was doing a speech at his Oscar nomination, and he gave a lot of credit to a lot of things in his life. Is what he is chasing after. He was chasing after something, and this is what Matthew McConaughey was chasing after.
Here are the nominees for performance by an actor in a leading role. Christian Bale, American Hustle. Bruce Dern, Nebraska. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, if y'all can hear me, I'm pulling my volume up.
Thank you.
I love
Can't
you.
hear you.
Thank
It's
you,
too loud.
thank you
Fine.
to the Academy for this. All 6,000 members. Thank you to the other nominees. All these performances were impeccable, in my opinion. I didn't see a false note anywhere. I want to thank Jean-Marc Vallée, our director. I want to thank Jared Leto, Jennifer Garner, who I worked with daily. There's a few things, about 3 things to my account that I need each day. One of them is something to look up to, another is something to look forward to, and another is someone to chase. Now, first off, I want to thank God, because that's who I look up to. He's graced my life with opportunities that I know are not of my hand or any other human hand. He has shown me that it's a scientific fact that gratitude reciprocates. In the words of the late Charlie Lawton, who said, when you got God, you got a friend, and that friend is you. To my family, that's who and what I look forward to. To my father, who I know is up there right now with a big pot of gumbo. He's got a lemon meringue pie over there. He's probably in his underwear, and he's got a cold can of Miller Lite, and he's dancing right now. To you, Dad, you taught me what it means to be a man. To my mother, who's here tonight, who taught me and my 2 older brothers, demanded that we respect ourselves. And what we in turn learned was then we were better able to respect others. Thank you for that, Mama. To my wife, Camilla, and my kids, Levi, Vita, and Mr. Stone, the courage and significance you give me every day I go out the door is unparalleled. You are the 4 people in my life that I want to make the most proud of me. Thank you. And to my hero, that's who I chase. Now, when I was 15 years old, I had a very important person in my life come to me and say, who's your hero? And I said, I don't know, I got to think about that. Give me a couple of weeks. I come back 2 weeks later. This person comes up and says, who's your hero? I said, I thought about it. You know who it is? I said, it's me in 10 years. So I turned 25 10 years later. That same person comes to me and goes, so are you a hero? And I was like, not even close. No. She said, why? I said, because my hero is me at 35. So you see, every day, every week, every month, and every year of my life, my hero's always 10 years away. I'm never going to be my hero. I'm not going to attain that. I know I'm not. And that's just fine with me because that keeps me with somebody to keep on chasing. So to any of us, whatever those things are, whatever it is we look up to, whatever it is we look forward to and whoever it is we're chasing. To that I say amen. To that I say, all right, all right, all right. And to that I say, just keep living, huh? Thank you.
So basically, he was saying in that one that he is chasing his 10-year version of himself, and he'll always keep chasing his 10-year version of himself because his hero is him 10 years later or 20 years later. Our hero is never to be attained, but we're always to attain to be better than what we are now. Like in 10 years from now, I'll be, let's see, 37. Oh, Jesus. I'll be 47. So I guess my hero would be like who I am in 10 years. Let's go 3 years because I don't feel like being that old. 40, I'll be 40. So Casey, right, laughing like, what the hell? You know, it's funny. We always want to say who do I want to be when I grow up, but we don't really know who we're going to be. It's life experiences will change and channel who we are now and who we are 10 years from now. We'll never be who we want to be. We'll only be what we have gained access to years down the road. You know, down the road, we'll only be who we can find ourselves to be. Like if you work to be an astronaut, you have to really push. If you want to be a doctor, you have to push to be a doctor. If that's who you want to be, don't be anybody that your mom wants you to be, your dad wants you to be. Always inspire to be yourself. Always inspire to be what you want to be. If you ever listen to anything anyone says, listen to me on this point right now. You are only supposed to live, and I mean this, for yourself. I'm not saying you can't live for other people and love other people. That's not what I'm saying. But when it comes to your life goals and your dreams, you should only listen to yourself because only you can tell you what you want to be. But to get those goals, you have to have goals to get the dreams. You have to have goals to get your dreams. If that means sacrifice, then sacrifice the hell out of everything. Whatever you want to be. If you want to work out and be big, if you want to be strong, if you want to be motivational, if you want to be and achieve certain kind of goals that everybody could tell you. And I'll tell you right now, people in your life will come and tell you can't beat that guy. You can't beat this. You can't beat that. You can't inspire to be anybody but who we say you can be. I'm sorry if I'm mistaken, but I thought we controlled our own destiny. If destiny was controlled by other people, then I would be exactly what my mom wanted to be, an automotive diesel mechanic. Okay? Because I was achieving the goal of being that, which is $40+ dollars an hour to $60+ dollars an hour. Quiet, baby. Tell my dad, shh, you're fine, and stop crying. And it is a hard thing to do to not listen to the ones that care about us the most, even if they are wrong, or even if they have an idea what they want you to be in their life. But they have forgotten that the fact that your life is yours. If your mom and dad want you to be something, they just want you to be the best at what you can be. It doesn't matter what you are or what you achieve to be in life. Just be the best at it and show your parents that you have truly tried to be the best you can be at what you're inspired to be. Don't be what they want you to be. Be you and show them that you are important enough. They should look at you as a guideline to what you want to be. If you're not doing bad and you're going after goals and you're trying to accomplish the 1,000 goals it takes to get to the dreams you want to be in life, they should be proud of you no matter what. And if not proud of you, they're not looking at you in the eyes. They should look at you as a parent, which is to look at you as, oh, he excelled to be what he wanted to be. He's proactive in his life, and he's not falling down on a sword and just being lazy and not trying. So, I don't know. What motivates you to be a great person? What can you inspire to be to inspire others? Inspiring others is doing the things they wish they could do, but have not yet come to the conclusion of how to do it. If you inspire people because you work out, or you inspire people because you went for a dream they said you could not do, and you showed them you could, would that not inspire them to do other things that they thought they couldn't do? Inspiring people is part of the motivational point that I'm trying to reveal in this show, that we can become whatever we want to be as long as we inspire others to do so without trying to inspire them. In living our life, we inspire others. When people see us do great things, they want to be great like things. They want to do as great things do. They want to be like you. Or what you've done showed them how to be inspired in themselves or motivate themselves and to be great too. Casey, comment? She's so quiet.
What?
Did I lose
What?
you? Oh, you heard nothing I said.
No,
Do
I
you-
did, but
do
I
you
didn't. I heard
believe
you
that-
say my name, but I didn't hear you ask me anything.
I said, do you believe that people inspire other people to do great things? Do you think that sometimes through our actions do we not inspire people without trying to inspire them into doing great things for themselves?
Of course.
Inspiration lives among all of us. We have got to really motivate ourselves to be the best we can be. Sometimes, without you knowing it, you have inspired and changed the lives of other people by doing the things that they thought you could not
A
do.
lot of people follow by example.
Well, if following by example is doing exactly what you're doing, but if you're following by example because you see somebody doing something you thought they could not do and they showed you, I can do this, there are no limitations. And maybe they found within what you did, there are no limitations to what they can achieve. And they followed their own dreams and paths, not yours exactly, and did what they thought could be done. And they himself, challenged themselves to do
Well,
great
yeah, that's
things.
what I'm saying. It could be an example of you followed your dream and you didn't let limitations be put on you, so then they went and did the same thing.
So what is the best part about motivation? Motivation, 1, gets you to your goals. 2, motivation helps you achieve your goals. 3, motivation can lead others to their goals. 4, motivation can lead you to your dreams. The goals that takes to get there are hard. There's nothing easy about trying to find, like Michael Jordan said, he said, yeah, I'm a great basketball star. He said, but it didn't come without hard work. It didn't come without dedication. He went outside, as much as it sounds feeble, it's not feeble, it's very hard. Every night he went outside and he shot hoops. He shot basketball into his hoops outside his house over and over again to 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes until his hands hurt, until his legs hurt. He shot and shot and shot and shot to perfect his shot. What did he do? He gave up the fact that he needed sleep, that he maybe needed a couple meals or some rest time and downtime, and he went after the goals that it took to become a superstar. He didn't get it overnight. He didn't get it out of nowhere. He didn't get it out of natural skill. He got it out of pushing himself to the limit. Bill Gates broke 1,000 barriers to get where he is now. Do you think Bill Gates just came out of the blue and said, I'm doing this, and everybody said, okay, and then he made millions and billions? No, he went through trial and error. We will go through trial and error, but that's how we learn how to master our skill and tone ourselves into what we want to do and what we want to achieve in life. No one stops anyone. The only person that can ever stop you from being anything you want to be in life is you. And if you want to be a superstar, if you want to be a model, if you want to be a muscular workout artist, if you want to be in the NBA, if you want to be a baseball star, if you want to be a movie director, if you want to be an actor, if you want to be an actual person that produces movies, if you want to be anything, a music director, a sound writer, an engineer, a great engineer, a designer, a flaw, an artist, 1,000 things you could be. If you want to be those things, don't let any limitation hold you back. Beat that limitation door back, because no one stops you but you. You have got to find out what it takes to be that, and you have to pursue that like you're pursuing a crack dealer, crack rock. You're a crackhead, you want crack. Okay? The same thing you pursue. You want crack, I want crack, I'll sell my house, I'll sell everything. You have to really sacrifice the parts of yourself that you are not willing to sacrifice, the time, the effort, the hard work, the pain of it, to become whatever it is you want to mold yourself to be, because no one's going to get there without hard work. Once the hard work is over and you've achieved your goals, then you can enjoy the lavishing part of your life, because you have pushed yourself. You finally can enjoy what you have worked so hard to enjoy. And that's what I think everybody should get from my motivational video. There's nothing wrong with enjoying life, but if you're not happy with your life, then fucking change it. Don't complain. Don't cry about how life's not good enough for you. Find out how you can make that possible for yourself and pursue that only. Don't worry about love and relationship at the time that you're doing this. Don't look at love. Don't look for companionship. Don't look for anyone to help you or pick you up when you fall. Get up on your fucking own and get out there and do something fucking for yourself and make that shit happen. Don't complain about how life's so hard that you can't make it without trying your best and doing what it takes to become what you want to be in life. Casey?
Huh?
I throw it back at you when I feel like you could put something in there. I don't know. You're on YouTube, so you got to like talk when I say, Casey, you say, okay, I think this, I think that, I think this, I think that. This book is not bad. You should look and read it. I know you're young, but you should read the book.
How many people are in the room?
4. Be more if you keep talking. I love women's voices. It's sexy. Stop crying, kid. You're always crying. Here, this is Doc McStuffins again. Look, it's coming on.
Hi, 72nd Human.
What? Is he in here?
I was saying hello to 72nd.
What up, yo, man? We're talking about motivational speeches. What motivates you, or is this motivational enough? I think the name of my title is Podcast, Do You Feel Inspired Yet? You should feel inspired. Being a person of quality, we should be inspired to be our best. There's nothing in life that you cannot be. An astronaut, a doctor, how many careers are there? Engineer, a consul, a makeup artist, a hairdresser, a famous podcaster, a famous writer, famous artist like in art, like you paint and stuff. Here you go. Look, stop crying. There's nothing wrong with you, kid. My God, inspired to be happy. How about that, kid? Inspired to be happy. Read the book. There is nothing that says you cannot be happy in life. The only thing that stops us from happiness is ourselves telling us we are unhappy. So if we tell ourselves we're unhappy, of course we're unhappy. We decided to be unhappy. If we're not happy with our life, then stop living the life you're living and find out what you want in life and pursue it. We are only as weak as we appear to be because we have not challenged ourselves to go out there and be something different. If we sit there and wallow in our self-pity, like people I know that do, that say, I'm not good enough, or I'm not smart enough, bullshit. There are handicapped guys in Olympics riding wheelchairs and winning Olympic medals. You think they cried about being in a wheelchair? No, they said, this is what I got. I got to deal with this. I'm going to pursue what I want. And they went after their goals and they won stuff out of it. They made something out of their life. You can't sit there and look at your limitations and act like that's all there is. Because if we look at our limitations, we've never really actually looked at what we can do in our life. I can't be a Marine, okay? Because they told me you're handicapped through your left ear is deaf. You're deaf in the left ear. We want 100% soldiers. We're only going to accept you if we go in a draft. Okay, that sucks. I could have done nothing and sat there and said, oh, I wallow in my self-pity. But I didn't. I kept working and kept pushing. Though I might not be successful in my life, I am happy. And I am trying. And there's other things I can try again. But I did push myself. Okay, they told me, you're going to die of cancer. Okay, that sucks ass. I guess I'm going to die of cancer. But I did not die. I kept pushing and pushing and kept my life alive and kept on pushing my life to go forward. And I won past cancer. So here I am. I'm here now. Red Bully Hype on channel when I should be dead because I did not give up on myself or my children and decide to have an actual goal that says I will not die. That's my goal. That was my goal. I will not die. I will smile. I will laugh. I will cut up people. I will live my life to the fullest. If I am to die, I will die happy. And that was my inspirational goal to myself. My daughter put her arm around me. She was 5 years old. Her name was Christy Singleton. She is one of my oldest daughters. And she put her arm around and said, Daddy, don't die on me. I love you. That's all I needed. Give me a push. That was my push. I didn't need anybody else to say anything. My mom could say anything she wanted to. My dad, anything. Tony, get this baby, dadgummit. What is wrong with you? Why are you crying? You're happy. You've been fed. You got medicine. You got dolls. You got stuffings. You got toys, you got books, you got everything. You got Binky. Stop crying. Seriously. Be happy. Inspire yourself, be happy. Oh, you're happy as long as I talk to you? Well, I can't just talk to you, babe. Enjoy your turtle. It's right there, yeah.
Enjoy your turtle.
It's there to love you. Love it too. Yes, I'm trying to get her happy. But what inspires people?
She's probably sleepy.
Yeah, probably. If you're inspired by other people, then fine. Look to them for a minute. But remember, they're not everything. In the end, look to yourself in the mirror every day and say, what do I want to be? And get psyched and say, look, I will not be this. If you're not happy with that, what you're looking in the mirror, then pursue what makes you happy. Don't bow down to acceptable, like, this is all there is. And don't marry anybody. Don't marry anybody till you are happy. Don't find marriage. Think marriage is going to make you happy. Marriage will not make you happy. Marriage is an intimate point of loving someone, but if their goals are not your goals, or they don't pursue the goals you go, or they don't support the goals that you met for yourself, then you don't need to marry them. No matter how much you love them, if they don't support who you are or know who you are, then how's that going to work? How's it going to work? You're going to kill your motivational dreams? If they're not 100% behind you, you don't need to marry. You need to go after your dreams. Because guess what? Marriages end all the time. People cheat on all the time. Let's say you gave up 4 or 5 years of your life. You didn't pursue your dreams. You went to marriage. You had a baby, which is a sinker inside life, where you are bound to this person the rest of your life, no matter what you do. Even if you don't want to deny it, you're still bound to them. Trust me, you're bound. Just trust me, you're bound. But if you could just, you're stuck in this pie hole of them saying, you can't do that. Go get this job and do this and do that. You don't need to do this. We need money. Because that will always come up. You always need something besides your dreams. Why? Because everything goes against your dreams. Why is that? Because everyone wants you to stay down so they can control you. When you go up real high, they can control that. Because that's you aspiring to be something bigger. And sometimes they can get left behind. They know that. They'll try to pull you back down to their level and say, this is where you are. And you're like, okay. Stop being so giving in. This is your life. Why would you give up your life for acceptability from other people? Who are they to tell you when you can stop being inspired? Go out there and jump off the freaking roof, spread your wings, and glide where you need to glide to, and stop letting people tell you what you can and can't do. No one controls you. No one controls who you can be. No one controls how far you can go. Only you control how far you go. Who the hell are they to tell you what you can do anyway? They're not even part of your life yet. You accept them as part of your life, not them. They say, I love you. Okay, nice to know you. Run. Run, motherfucker. And find what you had to find first, and then come back and give them what they want if they accept you for you, inspired you, or if you even want them in your life after you find what you aspire to. Stop crying. You're okay, kid. Trust me. Life's great. And who am I to tell you? I'm a guy that saw my dreams pass by. I'm a guy who saw all the things I inspired to be fall away because I got married 1, 2, 3, now 4 times. You have to really want to be a person of value to yourself, not to me or anybody else, but to yourself. You should always think, hey, is this the best I can do? Yeah, that's fine. Is this the best I have? Is this the best I have to offer? Because if it's the best you have to offer, then you give it up. But if you say, no, I could do more, I could do more, I could do more, and you keep on pushing, then yes, you are trying your best to inspire yourself to be better. I think that everyone in life has a chance to be great at something. If it's college you need, then go college. If it's going to art school, go to art school. If it's talking to people and just being known in a band, go do that. But don't ever settle for the minimum of everything when you can settle for so much better. Don't give up the idea that you are special, because we are all special. We're just told we can only do so much. Mom and dad say, well, you're smart and everything, and you're artistic, but maybe you should be an artist because that don't pay very well. It's a scary trade. It's hard to do. You can't be an actor in Hollywood. No, because it's very hard to get that. You have to go through a lot of struggle. I'm sorry. Is my life really your life? No. Your life is your life. And for all the young people watching, I'm here for you. Because you're the one that's got to push it on yourself to be the best. You know, you can't be the best without trying to push yourself. Who ever inspired someone by not trying to inspire someone? Give me a minute. I gotta give a baby a diaper change. It's always fun. Yay, Ribbley Hype, Dad of the Year. Peace. 1 second. Anyway, so the video is about motivation. Sorry for that. I was trying to deal with my baby, who my wife's going to take care of. Yay. There are a lot of inspirational videos out there. Inspirational videos are the ones that tell us something, you know, about ourselves. Maybe helps us pick up pieces, like the one from The Rock. If you don't know
Hey, what's up, my friend Calic and I here. And in a moment, I'm going to step into my office here at my home and pull out my computer.
This is The Rock. Motivational speeches by The Rock. Y'all know him, right?
When we close our mind to what is possible for us, closes off the genius that resides and lives in each and every one of us.
You would be amazed at what the average brain is capable of.
The mind is the battleground. The fight is in your mind.
So every day you have to sell yourself and get out of your mind those old thoughts, that old belief system. Every day you've got to sell yourself on that it's possible. That you got to put a new mind in you. You got to get out of your mind. You got to begin to restructure your thinking. Every day you've got to begin to recondition your mind.
You keep looking for it outside of you. Stop. Sit with yourself. What is it that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort? That's your gift. But if you are constantly looking outside of yourself and you don't latch on to your gift, you will never find your purpose. If you want to succeed, you must commit to your own gift and embrace it.
And ask yourself, what am I afraid of? If I'm afraid of that, I gotta be more afraid of what I'm gonna miss out on, missing out on my mission, missing out on who I'm supposed to be. If you're not gonna get rid of fear, then use fear. Use fear or it uses you. It's that simple.
And that means you gotta stop thinking about it and stop dreaming about it and stop researching every aspect of it and reading all about it and debating the pros and cons of it. Just start doing it. Take that first step and make it happen.
Don't let them tell you it can't be done, because often they will tell you it can't be done, and it's just because they don't have the courage to try it.
Impossible is not a fact, it's an opinion.
Whatever majority of the crowd's doing, find your way doing the opposite.
Because the truth is, if you want to be an anomaly, you've got to act like one.
You want to write a book or make a movie or build a house or a computer or put together some mobile application? Where do you start? You start right here.
Because you're going to sit there at 72 and you're going to say, I wish, I wish, I wish.
I don't want to live with the idea, wonder what would have happened had I done more with my life. I'm gonna go for it, come hell or high water. I'm going after my destiny.
It's necessary you take responsibility for it, that you make it happen, that you don't give up, that you don't take any objection or disappointment or defeats personally, that you keep on keeping on, that you don't decide that I can't make it because you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Every single champion is the same as every ordinary person. The only differential is that they show up to the event. They see failure as a learning curve. They welcome failure. You learn more from failure than you ever will from success.
Impossible is just a word thrown around by small men who find it easier to live in the world they've been given than to explore the power they have to change it.
I dare you under every single circumstance, keep dreaming, keep looking at your dream, keep focusing on your dream, keep going after the dream, because that's what true success is.
Nothing excessive perfect, right? Oh, bye, Ben. We'll call Jacob Danner. It's his birthday. Why not give him a call? To be inspired. Bye, Jacob Danner. You had your chance. Yep, that's right. I wonder if Lala's ready. Can she be? Could she be? Quiet, baby. Again! Quiet! Baby girl. Be quiet. No crying. It's late. Be asleep. And no. That would be no. Tell you what, it's sad when everybody want to come talk to me. Last person. Casey.
Oh, I'm a last resort.
Not really. No, you were first actually. You just came last because you're first. Don't want to be rude to all the other people that were on Skype. Hey, what do you think about that? Do you think that people limit themselves because of people and their families and friends telling them they can't do something and aspire to be something?
Well, yeah, I think other people crush a lot of people's dreams.
You feel like that's ever happened to you?
No.
Why not?
I wouldn't be in California doing what I do, or have 7 kids, or, yeah, I wouldn't be who I am now.
Who did you want to be before you had kids?
Do what?
Okay, I'll put it this way. When you were younger, what did you want to be in life? Did you have a goal? Did you have a dream that you want to be and you never pursued it?
No, when I was younger, I didn't really have a specific thing that I wanted to be. I didn't really know what I wanted to be. I just knew I wanted to get out of where I was.
So your idea was escape?
Yes.
It wasn't.
I just knew I wanted to be better than everyone around me.
Okay. So you do that?
Did I do that?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I did.
And how did you do that?
Found
goals?
I
took steps?
I got a GED. I went to college. I went in the military.
Go. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm just following you. Go.
I have a 6-figure income. I have all my children with the same man. Yeah, a lot of ways.
With the same man. So if you had kids with her man, it would be bad?
No, not if it's just one or something, but like when people especially women, are frowned upon when they have like 4, 5, 6 baby daddies. When you have as many children as I do, when you have 7 kids and you have like 6 baby daddies, yeah, it's frowned upon.
Well, I've got many kids. I'm a baby daddy of multiple
But see,
families.
it is different in this world when you are a woman.
Oh,
And I'm
well.
not saying that is a good thing, but you know that is true.
Why are my streams dying, Vern? I'm going to Vern now, who's in my YouTube chat. Hey, it's Vern, who I blocked, but I unblocked just because I was kind of curious. Why are
Hi,
my
Vern.
streams dying? Because I'm doing podcasts or doing things differently, or because you think I'm heinous? I feel her. You feel her? Why? Why do you feel her? He feels you. Feels her up or
It's
feel
true.
her like mentally? It's not easy to be inspired. Inspired means that you feel something stronger than the emotion inside yourself. Like you can truly say, I felt movement from someone speaking. When someone gives you a motivational speech and you feel inspired to be better, then they've inspired you to do better for yourself, not for them, because they've already gotten what they want. Inspired from people means to do better for yourself, not for anybody else. Because ourselves need to be inspired. We ourselves need to be motivated to be whatever we want to be, which apparently in Casey's idea was getting out of what she was doing or where she was to be better than everybody else around her. Vern, you don't got to say anything. You can just go back to being like incognito if that's what you want to be. That's fine, Vern. I'm not asking you to say anything in YouTube. You said something on me. You are unblocked because I unblocked everybody. But anyway, so do you feel that what motivated you was the fact that you did not want to be in the position you were at before, and that's why you pushed
That I grew
yourself?
up in. Nobody, it was like a black hole. There was no way of bettering yourself. It was just like there was a ceiling, and once you met that ceiling, there was no way of
getting
above it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. So you're saying that your ceiling was your enemy, and you wanted so bad to conquer your enemy that you found a way to conquer the enemy by getting out of it and pushing yourself past it, basically.
Right.
Okay.
Like once you graduated high school if you graduated high school, like that was the big accomplishment. And I thought that was bullshit. If you weren't in jail or a drug dealer or, had multiple kids by multiple dudes, or if you were a man, you weren't, like I said, in jail or dealing drugs or had, it was just total bullshit or had some dead-end job.
Well, do you feel like that you inspired yourself, or do you think that someone inspired you? Do you inspire yourself from what you're going through? Do you feel self-inspired, or do you feel like someone inspired you to be better? Honest.
I don't know if it was inspired myself. I just didn't want that.
Self-motivate yourself? Do you self-motivate yourself to get out of the situation you're in? Do you put it in your head saying, I will not be this, and I'll be better? Is that what you put in your head? Okay, I was asking that question.
Well, and I didn't want it for my future children. I was like, there's no way I'm going to have kids in this.
But you did have kids. A lot of kids. Like
no, not in that.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted kids, and I knew I wasn't going to raise them in that.
So you feel like you definitely brought yourself out of your own hole.
Yeah.
Well, in a way, you're kind of your own inspirational story then, aren't you? You felt strongly about something.
I never
you
thought
decided,
about it.
I will not be this person. I'll push myself out of this. Fuck the bullshit. I won't be this person, period, ever, and I will try my best and do whatever it takes to get out of it, right?
Right, and I didn't, like I said, I didn't want my kids to even know that kind of life when they grew up. My kids have no idea what that kind of life is like.
Well, so no one inspired you. You inspired yourself from your bad surroundings as growing up in a certain environment, and you decided the environment was your inspiration, not to be the person that you would have been if you stayed.
Yeah, I knew there was a different life out there.
And you pursued it. You didn't like spell it down, let nobody tell you you can't do this. You just said, I'm going to do whatever I got to do. And as you had kids, you kept pushing that goal. Yeah?
Yeah, I only had one kid at the time when
So
I
the
left, and she was
6-person
3.
income, is that you or your husband? Or both?
Both of us. Both of
Right.
us make 6 figures.
Y'all do good, because I don't make that. Congrats.
Well, I don't know. In Alabama, it might be harder than California.
Economy is very, very bad here. Like if I was in California and the economy is so high there, I would probably do really well at what I do, because my job makes like $12.55 an hour, but in Florida it makes $16.85 an hour. In North Carolina it makes $19.25 an hour. So it doesn't matter where you live. It does have an idea. It does give an idea of location matters, because somebody says, "Oh, it don't matter where you live." Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it
That's
does
why
matter where
it
you
does
live and
matter,
what you
because
do.
economy could change in different places. Like in Florida, I made lots of money. I worked at a gas station in Florida and made more money than I made in Alabama. You know, that
Yeah.
tells you anything. And I didn't
Well,
do
I
shit
had to go
at a
to
gas
college for what I do. Like, you can't just do what I do and not go to college for
Yeah,
it.
of course. I'm saying that it's something to think about. Is location matters. If you're in a location that doesn't support you economically or financially, maybe the idea is to move away. You know, hey, KG Gaming, welcome to stream. There's me, Red Bully Hype, and we still support KG Gaming here at the Red Bully Hype channel. Sub
Hi,
KG
KG.
Gaming. Food Porn is King by KG Gaming, and oh my god, behind is KG Gaming in our stream. She's a good friend of ours. She went to her family function tonight. We hope you had a good time. I did watch your stream. I did like your stream, and I put a comment on it. We are on the call with Casey. I said it right this time, right? Pow.
You know what my name is.
Yeah, I know. I just pick at you a lot because you get mad when I say Cassie.
Cassie.
Yeah, I couldn't think of how to call you wrong. No, I'm getting it. My baby's laughing now because I'm playing. If I don't play with her, she's going to cry. And my wife left her here again to cry in the background. So I'm trying to make her laugh and have fun. Yeah, fun time. That's right.
Yeah, but in my line of work, it's not hard, you know, if you know what you're doing to make 6 figures. So.
Well, yeah, but me, I'm doing the hard labor work. I'm doing the asphalt, out in the sun, kicking my ass for a little bit of money, and working my body. Yeah, my body hurts a lot because of it. I mean, you can see like half tan, half completely white. It's a farmer's tan. It's what we call farmer's tan in Alabama.
Yeah, I do investment banking and hedge fund managing. So I just take other people's lots and lots of money and invest it to make more money.
Yeah, you can borrow $5 from me. I'll give you $5. How much money do you give me?
Mail you $5 in your letter?
Yeah, I'll mail you $5 in my letter. You gotta mail me $5. I'll mail you $5. You invest for me. Hi, it's okay. It's okay. You're part of Daddy's channel. Yeah. Hi. Be nice to be a baby. Go to bed. You're so sleepy. Stop being up, baby. Yeah, go sleep. She's playful right now.
Jesse's back.
Who is? Oh, hey, Jessie Marie Beauty. Hang on, I gotta deal with the kids. They're crying every 5 seconds. Jesus, go to sleep. You've been up for 20 hours. Like, how do you even stay awake? It's not normal. Go to bed. You're a baby. Go to bed. Like, seriously, go to sleep. I just put a pass in your mouth. Where'd it go? I don't know. I lost it. You lost it, actually. But I'm going to find it. Be right back. Y'all talk in chat.
Talk in chat. What'd you do, Jesse? I don't know who Vern really is, so I can't really talk that much to Vern. I've heard a lot about KG Gaming. Well, I figured you're an old viewer because of how he talks about you, but I haven't seen you up here a lot. I've seen KG up here a lot.
I just unblocked him. That's Corey, man. who I just kicked from my channel, but he's in here at the moment.
Oh, that's Corey from Corey and Crazy?
Yeah, Corey's a really great guy. He just did some bad things, but otherwise, he's a great person. I'm not going to knock that I don't care about Corey. I do care about Corey. Corey is
I know who it is.
In a lot of ways, Corey's a sweetheart. He's probably very emotionally attached to me, and I'm emotionally attached to him. But I feel like he did some really heinous things, and
Right,
yeah,
I've heard about
it
it.
really hurts to like deal with him. But I did unblock him tonight on accident. Well, not accident. I kind of got to do it on purpose.
Nice meeting you too, Corey Byrne.
Yeah, it was Hayes Byrne. He's a guy. But I hope we'll heal at the Red Bully Hype channel regardless. I don't hold grudges forever. I just hold grudges for a long ass time if it's bad enough. And apparently I'm not feeling that way about Corey, more about Crazy. Because I wouldn't have blocked him. I just feel like we have goals that can be met through adversity and struggle. And I think there's times that we forget that it takes struggle to win some battles, you know? I've never known anything in my life that was easy to do.
So does that mean you accidentally unblock Crazy too?
No, I didn't do that. I think that's stupid. Corey's one thing, but he's no Crazy. Speech. Oh, wait. Bob Morgan.
So, Corey, are you the one that was trying to get Andrew to get you to talk, let you talk up here?
Yeah, it was him. It was him. He, yeah, we won't do that. This next one is by Morgan Freeman, motivational video for Morgan Freeman. He's actually a great motivational.
People die every day, Frankie. Mopping floors, washing dishes. You know what their last thought is? I never got my shot. If she dies today, you know what her last thought would be? I think I did all right.
The outer night that covers me black as the pit
I
from
love
pole to
Morgan
pole.
Freeman.
Me too.
I think whatever God there may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of fate, my head is bloody, but unbowed.
He's about life. You know what?
Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the shadow of the shade. Yet the menace of the years
Yes, he
finds
was
and shall
God in the
find
movie, Jesse.
unafraid.
Yeah, of God Almighty.
Someone asked me once, and you were about to do it, what would you do if you weren't an actor, if you didn't make it as an actor? I have no idea. I would act somewhere. Maybe I'd be driving a cab, maybe I'm working in somebody's yard, whatever I'm doing, I will act. Because I'll die if I don't. You do it because you have to do it. If you spend 20 years waiting tables, at night, if you were a writer, you're writing. And it's the same thing with any discipline. Painters paint. I don't care what else they have to do to put food on the table, to pay the rent. They paint. And I think that's the same way all the way around.
Yeah, I am reading that. Thank you.
Writers write, painters paint, actors act.
Matters not how straight the gate, how punishment charged the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
Yeah, I'm reading chat.
I just wanted to make sure before I held anything that you read it.
No, I appreciate you giving me a chance. Yeah, he's saying a lot of shit. I don't know where this hate comes from, and I really hate that because there was a lot. And I'm in a motivational part of my video too, so I hate that he's doing this now. But I guess he felt like it's time to do it. If he wants to come back in and be like, "Hey, this is fine." I feel like there's so much more to people than hate. You know, if hate comes in, we have to kill it. You know,
Jimmy's texting me.
Of course he is. I will play the next one. Will be Jim Carrey. We all love Jim Carrey.
Before he started losing his shit.
Right. But no, he didn't lose his shit. He has an idea in his head about what life is like now. See, everybody gets this idea that he lost his shit. He hasn't lost his shit. He's opened himself up to a more higher thinking that we're not quite grasping on yet. And to him, he's grasping, you know?
Well, yeah, I get it to him.
All right, because life is just a bunch of tangents. All through life is energy and pursuing energy and projecting energy. I get what he's saying. See, I could listen to him and say, "Wow, what a great speech! What a great difference that he's making in my life by listening to his crazy shit." Y'all like to call it.
At a certain point, I realized, hey, wait a second, you know, if it's so easy to lose Jim Carrey, who the hell is Jim Carrey?
Who the hell is Jim Carrey?
We don't matter. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm not looking backward.
Why don't we just...
It was more like you're supposed to say,
what really matters?
Yeah, we're important, and you're supposed to say it's all going to be all right, and you're supposed to say that, you know, whatever you dream can come true, and you're supposed to say all those things. I do believe in manifestation, power of that kind of stuff, but I don't believe that any of it matters. You know, this mattering is to me a human construct born out of a need, the same need as you have to have, you know, deities and things like that. And I believe in an energy of God, an energy of, you know, everything is divine. You know, there's just not, there's no thing that isn't divine. Everything is divine, and I'm that. And it doesn't matter to me what's happening. I'm finding that ultimately the freedom from it is something people are kind of hungry for in a way. They're like, I don't want to be me either.
Right. Let's stop that there, and I will explain that. He's saying that energy matters. The energy of doing things that are good matters, but the fact that you mattering through that is not what matters. It's the act itself. He's saying that pursuing of your dreams matters, but wanting it to matter to other people is not what matters. It's the energy doing it that matters. It's the fact that you feel something from it matters, not that everybody else feels that it matters because you did it. Does that make sense, Casey?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's what he's saying. You have to really listen and understand Jim Carrey because he's out there. But I do understand that he means that what I just said, that the energy of doing something matters so much to yourself, but it should not matter what other people feel matters through that. It matters that you feel like it matters, because that is where the importance lies anyway. Because you shouldn't do anything that anybody else thinks that matters. You should do only things that you feel like matters, because it's your life and you have this one chance. And it's really not about what everybody thinks about your life that matters. It matters that you care about your life enough that it matters to you, and that it becomes special to you, that it's something that you cherish and that's something you enjoy, and it's something that you care about. It doesn't matter if mom and dad or friends like it. If you're happy, then that is all that matters.
You know, and I go, well, great, because you never have been.
Oh, Jessie said she loves your videos.
I believe that I had to become a famous, you know, idea and get all the stuff that people dream about and accomplish a bunch of things.
You know what this means, don't you?
you know, that look like success in order to give up my attachment to those things. It's been a part of the evolution of ego is to
KC1209.
spend your first half of your life acquiring and adding, thinking you can add to yourself, and it looks great. I mean, it looks great when you got a cool car and you got good, nice clothes, and you know, and you've done something that people admire, but it can never fulfill you. You can never be happy. You know what I mean? It's not where happiness comes from. And you know, I dealt with depression, you know, a few years ago, and people still think, well, he's going through, you can tell he's depressed. It's not. I have no depression in my life whatsoever. Literally none. I have sadness and joy and elation and satisfaction and gratitude beyond belief, but all of it is weather, and it just spins around the planet. You know, it doesn't sit on me long enough to kill me. The happy place is realizing that you're everything, you know, and that there's no real you involved in the first place. You know, it's a weird little semantic jump that you make where it sounds like, well, that's totally fucking threatening, man. I can't not be me. I've built this construct. And it's just ideas. Right. They're just ideas. You know, the only thing that separates you from an African American or an African Canadian is an idea. You know, and the weather, the adaptation to the climate, and whatever it is, I don't believe in any of it. And so the feeling of wholeness is a different feeling than meanness. They're all characters that I played, including Jim Carrey, including Joel Barish, including any of those things. They're all characters. You know, Jim Carrey was a less intentional character, right? Because I thought I was just building something that people would like, but it was a character, you know. So it's, you know, I played the guy that was free from concern, so that people who watched me would be free from concern. You know, and then at a certain point you go like, okay, well, that's great, but you know, it's like the one thing, like people talk about depression all the time. The difference between depression and sadness is just, you know, from happenstance, whatever happened or didn't happen for you, or you know, grief or whatever it is. And depression is your body saying, fuck you, I don't want to be this character anymore. I don't want to hold up this avatar that you've created in the world. It's too much for me. Right. You know? And you should think of the word of depressed as deep rest. Deep rest. Your body needs to be depressed. It needs deep rest from the character that you've been trying to play. You know? The great and powerful Oz. I'm the great and powerful Oz. How dare you come near me? You know, kind of thing. And you're just the sweaty guy behind the curtain going, it's an amazing metaphor, you know, in that movie.
Brethren, what up with the liar? You know what I'm going to do about this?
Very
it's
true.
A pretty name, though. It really is nice.
You know what's sad is that was probably the most real words of anybody. Everybody talks bad about Jim Carrey, but I'm going to say something, that we are all playing characters of ourselves. We invent who we are through life experiences. I would never be really hyped without losing my son, or going through cancer, or dealing with how many marriages, how many divorces, or who I am, who I became, who I am here now because I've gone through life experience. Like Corey Moon would not be who he was without life experience. Martin Taco without life experience. Without life experience, Jessie Marie Beauty, she would not be this person. We all create entities ourselves of who we expect everyone to believe we are. But we are not these people. When you meet a girl for the first time, or you meet a guy, I'm going to say vice versa for other sexes, when you meet the other significant other, you look at them and you say, this is who I am. You know, I am this guy, or I'm this girl, or whatever. And you want to be this person, but is that who you really are? Are you really as great as you make yourself out to be? And then they get with you and they find out you're not as great as you thought you were. or they see through a bullshit liner because they find out who you really are, and then you're exposed because you're exposed for being a real person. Depression is a part of ourselves where we give up on the trying to figure out who we are and just say, you know what, I don't feel like I'm worth much today because maybe I didn't do as well with my character today as I did yesterday or a day before because somebody disbelieves in who I am, or somebody didn't believe that I am the person that I am now. And we have to remember that that's not important. What's important is if you feel good about who you are, and you should always inspire yourself to be bigger than that person because you want to feel special, and you should feel special because you are special, because everything about yourself is special. We're individuals for a reason because no one's like you and no one's like me. And yet I might not intrigue you as much as you intrigue me. I still feel like I have so much more that I can show you and experience with you. And that's what we call growing as a unit, as people, as experienced life partners. When you get married to someone, it's a unified response to that respect. It's like you look at the other person and you say, I understand who you are and you understand who I am. And because we understand each other and we still connect, we are especially individually designed to be together. And so that love is special because it's always understanding that we're going to fuck up and make mistakes and we're not perfect. Tell me one person that's perfect. I don't know a life in my life that's not without flaw. But we remember that even though we're flawed individuals, we're still gratefully induced by the fact that we're still special and that nothing can change who we are, whether we are bisexual or we're heterosexual or whether we care about people on a deep level or we're shut off. We're still people, and we should still be respected as people, as persons with feelings and ideals and channelized thoughts and super inspirational moments. And yet everyone overlooks the fact that someone's different. I think difference is great because different means that you have gone a different direction than people are willing to accept. And I think, awesome, let yourself be different. Let yourself be different and let be noticed that you're different, because then, only then, can you be truly recognized as a person with individuality. And because of that, I think it's so important that we not be ashamed of who we are, but what we can offer to ourselves. And if other people recognize it and truly give a fuck, they can see the special parts of who we are and find themselves connected to another human being, and then we can grow. Growing is probably the hardest part of relationships. It's the part that people fail at all the time because people don't want to see people grow. They want them to stay the same. But the funny part is we always grow. We always change because change is part of life. It's not something that you can handle or fix. I'll fix that. He's getting this way, but I'm going to fix that. No, he's different because he wants to be. And maybe instead of trying to fix that, you should come down to levels of, let me understand that and let me find out what I can do to adapt to it so I can be a part of it. There will be
That is
always,
very true words.
I thought it was. There's
If a lot of people understood that, life would be a lot easier.
It would be if we understood that we're always going to be connected. Like all my wives were not always connected to me because they went their way and I went my way, and I understood the difference and said, okay, you're going this way, I'm going that way, we can't be together. Not because I hated them or disliked them, but because I realized that the way they were going would not be the way I was going. And so I changed. And I decided to go one way, they went the other way, and I accepted that. So you say, what is true love? True love is, and I love all my ex-wives because we had moments together, but true love is when both people are in the same page. They took the time to get to know each other's wavelengths where they are coexistent, and they chose to go to the same path together, which makes in love so perfect. It's like you have the same ideas, and if you're not looking for the same ideas, you're looking for sex, you're not going to make it, because sex will always end in 20 minutes or an hour. Those are feelings and emotional contact. It's not a physical upbringing. It's not a spiritual connection. And spiritual connection keeps men and women, married for 100 years, where it's beautiful, and the kids go, they've been married for 20 to 100 years, and special. You can always tell when someone's in love, because no matter how long life goes, they always have that mutual respect. It's like, even when the other one fucks up, they're like, it's okay, you just fucked up, no big deal. And they just roll with it, and they understand that flaws, and the flaws are beautiful because of understanding. And if there's no understanding, then there can't be love, because it's not easy being with other people, because they will change. And like I said, change is an adaptation that if you're not willing to take, you shouldn't be in a relationship with them. It's hard, and nothing's hard. This isn't easy about life. Tell me one thing easy about life. Tell me one thing that's easy about change, that we have to truly accept it.
It's easy to fuck up in life, that's true.
Oh my God. I mean, hell, I fuck up all the time. And I had to realize, if it wasn't for Jams TV, KC 1209 wouldn't be here now. Who knows what choices we make that gets us here together? Like Martina Taco GT, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't on Wizard 101. What are we talking about, John? We're talking about motivation, life changes, life sortation, the adaptation of life. Reading all the comments. No problem. I think about if life is worth every day, and then I think about you guys, and I hang on tighter to life. You should, because believe it or not, as much as you might think your life is worth less meaning, if it was worth no meaning, then no one would talk to you. The fact that we talk to you means that life's worth meaning, because we accept the fact that you're here as, hey, how you doing? Jessie Marie Beauty, and the depression that you bring. And I want to say this because I feel strong about it, but you bring such depression with you. And it's not because you're hateful, because I don't feel like you want attention. I feel like that's not even your angle. I feel like you feel you're not loved, and you should remember, fuck everybody else that loves you or don't love you. Fuck them. Love yourself. If you don't truly love yourself, how would you ever expect anyone to love you if you can't truly see yourself as a person that matters? I look at myself as a person that matters. Why? Because I love myself. And I'll always go out there. I have kids depend on me. I have family that loves me. I've got friends that love me. I matter. If I delete my Facebook, I get 35 messages in the morning saying, you hate us? Are you killing yourself? Are you okay? That let me know that mattered, but I wasn't trying for that angle. I was just trying to get rid of my Facebook, But the point is that we were all missed by someone. If you tell me, you could honestly tell me that if you die today, no one, not one motherfucking person would love you or miss you, you're fucking lying. Why? Because mom and dad exist, grandma exists, grandpa exists, uncle exists, cousin exists, friends exist. The fact that one person, only one person matters. If one person gives a shit about you, then your life matters. And all the bullshit in the world, you can spit at me about no one cares about me, that's bullshit. Because we all matter as individuals, because there's one person out there. If it's only one, if it's only half a person, a kid, a baby, a dog, a cat, an animal, a witch, a fucking person across the street, a neighbor, you tell me that somebody in the world would not miss you or not notice you're gone, you're lying. So for that fact, we all matter. Okay? All of us. Literally, you need to be a motivational speaker. Seriously, bring me to tears and make me really think about life. You should think about life, because life matters. Oh my God, Jesus. What did I say to make people feel like they matter in life? Good God, if my doctor told me, and he told me, he's like 25% chance of living. Oh my God. Like my heart sank. I sank into like this puddle of tears in my head. I didn't cry because I didn't want to cry in front of the doctor. But I teared up after I got done. I was driving home in the car my dad let me use so I can go see a doctor. And I seriously thought that maybe this was the moment where I should give up. That whatever, I'm done, I'm tricked out, I've gone as far as I go, all the partying and life has come back and bite me in my ass. That maybe I'm not worth being a father to these kids, that maybe the because of all the bullshit I've gone through in my life that maybe I shouldn't be a father, or maybe I have not been the best son in life. I quit high school when I was in 12th grade, 9 weeks from graduation, did acid, tripped out, going with Georgia, put a girl into her sad spot. I came back to Alabama, who loved me truly. Was not the best godfather I could be to my kid. That was my friend's kid, who I loved so dearly. That wasn't perfect as a father. Who knows? 1,000 things raced in my head, and I realized at the end of the day, it didn't matter what I thought. It mattered about who would miss me. And when my daughter sat next to me in the bed, and she put her arm around me, and she said, "Dad, I love you. Don't die. I'll fight with you." She was 5. Yeah, it didn't matter. And that mattered and mattered. And I kept pushing. So I don't look bad on things I can't change in my life. I just motivate myself to be better, because if nothing matters in our life, it's who we care about is that matters most. And if that don't matter, I don't know what else does. You know what I mean? Shit, I fucked myself up. I cried. Speech. Yeah, I know. I cried. I was trying not to.
You made Jesse cry too.
I wasn't trying to. I just felt something. Usually when I feel something, I do cry, but I try not to cry.
What'd you say?
I don't know. I said things. You didn't hear me. That's your fault.
Carl Icahn? And why did Time magazine call him the master of the universe?
Alright, this is Denzel Washington. That's a motivational speech. I don't know. Maybe it's important. This stream about motivational
Number
speeches.
1. Put
Love Denzel Washington.
God first.
Put God first.
Put God first in everything you do. Everything that you think
yeah,
you
he
see
probably
in me,
does want to hear
everything that
news
I've
about
accomplished,
Fearless.
Everything that you think I have, and I have a few things.
Okay.
Everything that I have is by the grace of God. Understand that. It's a gift. 40 years ago, March 27th, 1975, it was 40 years ago, just this past March, I was flunking out of college. I had a 1.7 grade point average. I hope none of you can relate. I had a 1.7 grade point average. I was sitting in my mother's beauty shop. They still call it beauty shops now? What they call it now? Yeah, I was sitting in the beauty parlor. I was sitting in my mother's beauty parlor, and I'm looking in the mirror, and I see behind me this woman under the dryer. And every time she looked up, every time I looked up, she was looking at me, just looking me in the eye. And I didn't know who she was, and I said, she said, "Somebody give me a pen, give me a pencil. I have a prophecy." March 27, 1975, she said, "Boy, you are going to travel the world and speak to millions of people." Now, mind you, I was flunked out of college. I'm thinking about joining the army. I didn't know what I was going to do, and she's telling me I'm going to travel the world and speak to millions of people. Well, I have traveled the world, and I have spoke to millions of people. But that's not the most important thing, the success that I had. The most important thing is that what she taught me and what she told me that day has stayed with me since. I've been protected. I've been directed. I've been corrected. I've kept God in my life, and it's kept me humble. I didn't always stick with him, but he always stuck with me. So stick with him in everything you do. If you think you want to do what you think I've done, then do what I've done and stick with God. Number 2, fail big. That's right. Fail big. Today is the beginning of the rest of your life, and it can be very frightening. It's a new world out there. It's a mean world out there, and you only live once. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances professionally. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots.
Hey Vern, dude, you're barely like getting ready to start high school, right?
With
Like,
a pencil within these 9 dots.
what are you so
without lifting
bitter
the
and
pencil.
shit for?
The only way to do it was to go outside the box. So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big. to dream big. But remember,
Then
dreams
you need to get new people,
without
dude.
goals are just dreams. And they ultimately fuel disappointment. So have dreams, but have goals. Life goals, yearly goals, monthly goals, daily goals.
Everybody gets hurt and upset, but it
every
passes.
day. Sometimes it's just to not curse somebody
It
out.
is that easy.
Simple goals, but have goals. And understand that to achieve these goals, you must apply discipline and consistency. In order to achieve your goals, you must apply discipline, which you have already done, and consistency every day, not just on Tuesday
Yes.
and miss a few days. You have to work at it.
This is a good speech,
Every day
too.
you have to plan.
It is. I heard it
Every
before.
day. You've heard the saying, we don't plan to fail, we fail to plan.
Fail to plan.
Hard work works. Working really hard is what successful people do.
Yep.
And in this text, tweet, twerk world that you've grown up in, remember, just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done.
Exactly.
Remember
Exactly.
that. Just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done.
Get things done, people.
Don't confuse movement with progress.
Exactly.
My mother told me, she said, yeah, because you can run in place all the time and never get anywhere.
Yep.
So continue to strive, continue to have goals, continue to progress.
Wow, I love it in Washington.
Number 3, you'll never see a U-Haul behind a hearse.
Right.
I'll say it again. You'll never see a
U-Haul
U-Haul
behind a hearse.
behind a hearse. I don't care how much money you make, you can't take it with you.
No, you cannot.
The Egyptians tried it.
Important.
They got robbed.
Yeah, they
That's
buried
all
the
they
stuff
got.
with their bodies.
You can't take it with you. And it's not how much you have. It's what you do with what you have.
What do you do? What
We
you
all have different talents. Some of you will be doctors, some lawyers, some scientists, some educators, some nurses.
I don't care if you're a
some
McDonald's
teachers.
worker.
Yeah, okay. Some preachers. The most.
And by the way, you could be a McDonald's worker doing nothing, change one life, and have meaning from it. You can be a McDonald's worker working your fry cook side, change a person's heart, save them from themselves, and have meaning from it. Wow. What would bullies say, man? Fuck hell, I know it. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a McDonald's worker or a high executive in a building. You know, I've heard from 5 people I know in my life that are millionaires. 5 people. I know 5 people that are millionaires. One of them's a billionaire. He said, you know, money does not make me complete. What I do with my money can't help me complete me. But money has never bought me happiness. I thought he was crazy. I was like, well, give me some. I want some money. You know, I was joking, of course, because I never accepted any money he offered me. They offered me like $500,000, $250,000. And I'm not joking. This is not a joke. And yes, I want to hear about Fearless. Yeah, tell me about Fearless. Y'all be quiet for a minute. I want to focus on Martina Taco. What is Fearless okay? I'm just gonna focus on my friend Fearless for a minute, and I'll go back. Martina, you're being quiet. Yeah, Vern is just gone through a thing with me, so I don't hate Vern. Like I said before, I don't hate Vern or crazy. I'm just taking a step back or a prolonged back look of drama. Oh my God. Well, I know I care about him, and I hope he's okay. You know, we'll all pray for Fearless, who's 50-50 tomorrow, you know. And I hope to hear from Fearless soon, because I really care about Fearless. Been in my chat since January. What happened to him? Martina, what happened to him? Because I know he had like just fell out. And they came.
Did he overdose?
I don't think so. Ambulance came to his house. Fearless is a workout buff dude. I doubt he overdosed or anything. But yeah, we're hoping he's okay. He's part of our channel. He's a mod, by the way. Right now we're not focused on you, Vern. Get a room, dude, for real. Put you on timeout again if you stop being a bullshitty right now. Not about you, I'm about Fearless. Much as I like to go into the deep intercourses of Corey Moon, I can't right now. Overdose. It was an overdose. On depression. He's depressed. He's been depressed. He told me he's depressed. And was it depression medicine, or are we talking about overdose on depression itself? Or what are we talking about here? You said overdose. What does that mean? Fearless is one of our really good mods. He comes in laughing and cutting up. And you get used to people when they come to your chat for a while. And you really start caring for people that come in your chat. And you want them to be okay. And he's young. He's like, you know, I watched it. He showed me a video of him fighting somebody. He was so, like, psyched about it. He took drugs and alternatives. Yeah, don't ever do that, guys. Don't take drugs and alternatives for depression. Just work out, motivate. Work out, motivate. Work out, motivate. Don't go to drugs or alcohol or anything for a depression release, because you'll go far beyond the reaches of what you need to go. Well, Martina, I don't, let me say Martin, because your name's Martin. Martin GT, if you talk to Fearless, tell him that we're a Bully Hype family. He wants him to come okay and come back. And if he's 50-50, you just see you can get in the hospital or something and tell him we're thinking about him and praying about him on our channel. We care about him a lot. You know, he's okay. I seriously don't want to find out Fearless died. I really don't. Had an overlay for him as a wolf because he wanted a wolf. Martina Taco wanted to be recognized, so I made him one. My channel was different back then. I used to like really pull a lot of overlays for people who came to my channel. I throw the overlay out. Martina Taco, Fearless, and I know that we all aspire to be better, and we hope we make it through the younger years of our life to find teenagers, and then make our 30s, and then make our 40s, and I hope that Fearless makes his 80s, you know. Because like all children and parents, I'm like a parent to all y'all, you know, you younger guys. So I really don't want, I want to find out he's not doing good. So keep checking on that. More than know that we give a fuck on the Red Bully Hype channel. Okay, I'm gonna go back to motivational speech while I dry my tears from my friend Fearless. Okay.
Selfish thing you can do in this world is help someone else. Why is it selfish? Because the gratification, the goodness that comes to you, the good feeling that I get from helping others, nothing's better than that. Well, one or two things, but nothing's better than that. Not jewelry, not big house I have, not the cars, but it's the joy. That's where the joy is, in helping others. That's where the success is, in helping others. Finally, I pray that you put your slippers way under the bed tonight, so that when you wake up in the morning, you have to get on your knees to reach them. And while you're down there, say thank you for grace. Thank you for mercy. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for parents. Thank you for love. Thank you for kindness. Thank you for humility. Thank you for peace. Thank you for prosperity. Say thank you in advance for what's already yours. It's how I live my life. That's why I am, one of the reasons why I am today. Say thank you in advance for what is already yours. True desire in the heart for anything good is God's proof to you, sent beforehand to indicate that it's yours already. I'll say it again. True desire in the heart, that itch that you have, whatever it is you want to do, that thing that you want to do to help others and to grow and to make money, that desire, that itch, that's God's proof to you, sent beforehand already to indicate that it's yours. And anything you want good, you can have. So claim it. Work hard to get it. When you get it, reach back. Pull someone else up. Each one, teach one. Don't just aspire to make a living. Aspire to make a difference. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks, and I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important. I got 3 reasons, and you can pick up your iPhones. First, you will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There's no doubt about it. And I know that's probably not a traditional message for a graduation ceremony, but hey, I'm telling you, embrace it, because it's inevitable. And I should know. In the acting business, you fail all the time. Early on in my career, I auditioned for a part in a Broadway musical. Perfect role for me, I thought, except for the fact that I can't sing. So I'm in the wings, I'm about to go on stage, but the guy in front of me, he's singing like Pavarotti. He's just, and he's just going on and on and on. And I'm just shrinking. I'm getting smaller and smaller. So they say, oh, thank you very much, and you'll be hearing from us. So I come out with my little sheet music, and it was Just My Imagination by the Temptations. That's what I came up with. So I hand it to the accompanist, and she looks at it and looks at me and looks out at the director and was like, nice. So I start, you know, I'm going to sing. I'm like, it's just my imagination once again, and then coming away with me. And they're not saying anything, so I'm thinking I'm getting better. So I just start getting into it. It was just my imagination. Running. This, thank you very much, Mr. Washington. Thank you. So I assumed I didn't get the job. But the next part of the audition, he called me back. The next part of the audition is the acting part of the audition. Now I'm like, hey, okay, maybe I can't sing, but I know I can act. So they pair me with this guy, and again, I didn't know about musical theater. And musical theater is big, so they can reach everyone all the way in the back of the stadium. And I'm more from a realistic, naturalistic kind of acting where you actually talk to the person next to you. So I don't know what my line was. My line was, well, hand me the cup. And his line was, well, I will hand you the cup, my dear. The cup will be there to be handed to you. I said, oh, okay. Well, should I give you the cup back? Oh, yes, you should give it back to me, because you know that is my cup and it should be given back to me. I didn't get the job. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition, and the next audition, and the next audition. I prayed. I prayed, and I prayed. But I continued to fail, and fail, and fail. But it didn't matter, because you know what? There's an old saying, You hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. Someone talked about it. Won the Tony Award. And I didn't have to sing, by the way. But here's the kicker. It was at the Court Theater. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior. The point is, and I'll pick up the pace, the point is every graduate here today has the training and the talent to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? Here's my second point about failure. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Les Brown's a motivational speaker. He made an analogy about this. He says, imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes? You've invested a lot in your education, and people have invested in you. And let me tell you, the world needs your talents, man, does it ever. I just got back from Africa like 2 days ago, so if I'm rambling on, it's because I'm jet lagged. I just got back from South Africa. It's a beautiful country, but there are places there with terrible poverty that need help. And Africa is just the tip of the iceberg. The Middle East needs your help. Japan needs your help. Alabama needs your help. Tennessee needs your help. Louisiana needs your help. Philadelphia needs your help. The world needs a lot, and we need it from you. We really do. We need it from you young people. I mean, I'm not speaking for the rest of us up here, but I know I'm getting a little grayer. We need it from you, the young people, because remember this. So you got to get out there. You got to give it everything you got, whether it's your time, your talent, your prayers, or your treasures. Because remember this. You will never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. I'll say it again. You will never see a U-Haul behind a hearse.
What did I say to tell Phyllis that one day when he came into your chat and said he was sad? I told him not to be sad. I told him, like, you know, I said, don't fight, dude. Just go and find the best part you can be, you know, yourself. That's what I told Fearless. I told him, don't fight all the battles. Just fight the one in front of you, and stop worrying about, you know, stop worrying about who thinks what of you. You know, it's Fearless. I remember Fearless talking to me about when he was sad last week in my chat, and I said, hey man, don't be sad. Don't be depressed. Fuck that shit. I guess because I'm, you know, being like bro, homeboy, tough guy speech. I didn't give him no heartfelt speech though. If you're thinking, I just told him to be tough and stop fighting the battles you need to fight and fight the ones that matter. And stop fighting at school and stop fighting other people across the way. Stop trying to be the tough guy. Just be the smart guy and obey those shits and try to find the one that gets him to his goals faster, so he can have dreams in his lifetime. You know, just when he gets older, you have great dreams, and then come tell him about how great they are and how you aspire to be that. You know, never tell anybody to go do some bad shit, dude. I've been to a war. You know, my whole life's been a war. Fight. One day I got to stop fighting and I got to start living a little bit. It's all about the fight. You gotta, if you're fighting just to live, one thing, but
you're living the fight, it's not worth it. You're not aspiring to be anything more than shut down in your life. I just feel like Fearless is like, he always came in, it's like, what up, Red Family, you know, and like, what up, Fearless, oh my God, Fearless. And I popped the Wolf up, while I got Wolf in the background for Fearless. He's one of my first mods, before you, Martin, right before you, because you came right after, and I gave you a mod because you were a neighbor for Fearless. That's kind of why I gave you a mod. And you said, well, you'll love me, I'm Martina, you'll love me, and I got mad at you. Started showing you some overlays, made an overlay for you because Fearless said, show Martina some love. He's misunderstood. My neighbor misunderstood Martina. And you told me that in private message, and I gave you a mod. So because of Fearless, you got a mod here, and it's been kind of like that ever since. You've been a mod, and Fearless has been a mod. You're like the deadly duo of I'm gonna beat his ass next door, you know. And you tell me Fearless is not good, and man, just like it saddens my heart. Because I've grown quite fond of both of you. You know, if it don't happen to you, I'd be the same way. I guess I get attached to my people that come in my chat. We're supposed to attach ourselves to people we come in contact with. And because cat's going crazy in the background. Because we have become attached, I feel like I'm so attached to y'all. I get emotional when I find out something's wrong with one of y'all, and you're like one of my kids, you know. Stop crying! Why are you crying? Stop crying! Oh my God, the kid wakes up. See what you did, Martin? Back to the Denzel Washington explanation.
You can't take it with you. The Egyptians tried it, and all they got was robbed. So the question is, what are you going to do with what you have? I'm not talking about how much you have. Some of you are business majors. Some of you are theologians, nurses, sociologists. Some of you have money. Some of you have patience. Some of you have kindness. Some of you have love. Some of you have the gift of long suffering. Whatever it is, whatever your gift is, what are you going to do with what you have? All right, now here's my last point about failure. Sometimes it's the best way to figure out where you're going. Your life will never be a straight path. I began at Fordham University as a pre-med student. I took a course called cardiac morphogenesis. I still can't say it. Cardiac morphogenesis. I couldn't read it. I couldn't say it. I sure couldn't pass it. So then I decided to go into pre-law, then journalism. And with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. Yeah, down. I was a 1.8 GPA one semester, and the university very politely suggested that it might be better to take some time off. I was 20 years old. I was at my lowest point. And then one day, and I remember the exact day, March 27th, 1975, I was helping my mother in her beauty shop. My mother owned a beauty shop up in Mount Vernon. And there was this older woman who was considered one of the elders in the town. And I didn't know her personally, but I was looking in the mirror, and every time I looked at the mirror, I could see her behind me, and she was staring at me. She just kept looking at me. Every time I looked at her, she kept giving me these strange looks. So she finally took the dryer off her head and she said something I'll never forget. First of all, she said, "Somebody give me a piece of paper. Give me a piece of paper." She said, "Young boy, I have a prophecy, a spiritual prophecy." She said, "You are going to travel the world and speak to millions of people." Now, mind you, I'm 20 years old. I'm flunked out of school. In fact, like a wise ass, I'm thinking to myself, maybe she's got something in that crystal ball about me getting back into school next fall. But maybe she was on to something, because later that summer, while working as a counselor at a YMCA camp in Connecticut, we put on a talent show for the campers. And after the show, another counselor came up to me and asked, "Have you ever thought about acting? You're good at that." So when I got back to Fordham that fall, I got in and I changed my major once again for the last time. And in the years that followed, just as that woman prophesied, I have traveled the world and I have spoken to millions of people through my movies. Millions who, up till this day, couldn't see me, who up till this day, I couldn't see while I was talking to them, and they couldn't see me. They could only see the movie. They couldn't see the real me. But I see you today, and I'm encouraged by what I see. And I'm strengthened by what I see. And I love what I see. One more page, and I'll shut up. Let me conclude with this one final point, and actually the president kind of brought it up. It has to do with the movie Philadelphia. She stole my material. Many years ago, I did this movie called Philadelphia. We filmed some of the scenes right here on campus. Philadelphia came out in 1993. Most of you were probably still in diapers. Some of the professors, too. But that cracked me up. But it was a good movie. Rent it on, what do you call it, Netflix. It's a good movie. Rent it. I get 23 cents every time you rent it. Please, rent it. True. Parents up there, rent it. Netflix, please. Tell your friends, too. It's about a man played by Tom Hanks who's fired from his law firm because he has AIDS. He wants to sue the firm, but no one's willing to represent him until a homophobic ambulance chaser lawyer, played by yours truly, takes on the case. In a way, if you watch the movie, you'll see everything I'm talking about today. You'll see what I mean about taking risk or being willing to fail. Because taking risk is not just about going for a job. It's also about knowing what you know and what you don't know. It's about being open to people and to ideas. In the course of the film, the character I play begins to take small steps, small risks. He very, very, very slowly begins to overcome his fears. And I feel ultimately his heart becomes flooded with love. And I can't think of a better message as we send you off today. To not only take risks, but to be open to life, to accept new views, and to be open to new opinions, to be willing to speak at a commencement at one of the best universities in the country, even though you're scared stiff. While it may be frightening, it will also be rewarding. Because the chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you. So members of the class of 2011, this is your mission. When you leave the friendly confines of Philly, never be discouraged, never hold back, give everything you got. And when you fall throughout life, and remember this, fall forward.
So that's that. My baby's crying in the background. Mommy's taking care of it. Thank God for mommy, right? Because I was like, I'm live streaming. Why would you not take care of that right now on live streaming? He's like, okay. Please. I roll a cigarette for myself. She's taking care of the baby. She has no friends in the world. My wife doesn't. Trying to get somebody to come over tonight so she can hang out with somebody. You used to have like a lot of friends over here. It's like it used to be like 20, 30 people over here, but now it's like nobody wants to come over to our house anymore. We're very lovable people, not like in the I want 4-on-1 kind of love style, you know, people, but you know, just very lovable people. We like to go over to the house, even though half our friends want to fuck me. To be honest with you.
Oh my goodness, you had to go there.
Not the fucking lie, it's the truth. But anyway. That being whatever, I hope Fearless is okay. Being back to the original subject, what I want to talk about. Fearless was the one that came in and said, hey man, I like your channel. And to my friend about it, it's okay. And Martina came. His name's Martin. Why he calls himself Martina is kind of a flaky name, but whatever. My choice of words or names. Martina's Martin. He's his neighbor from across the street. He's the one giving us information that Fearless is not doing good. 50-50. We'll pray for Fearless because he's part of our YouTube channel. He is our very die-hard mod friend. And I really hope that he's okay. I'm sorry for the scream in the background. My wife likes to scream a lot. She apparently doesn't know her inside voice from her outside voice. Whatever. My life, why I want to move away to, like, you know, Alaska or Hawaii. Far, far away. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to pray for Fearless and hope to God he makes a speedy recovery. The baby's still crying. I'm sure I can hear everything in the background. I wish you could down the volume.
It's not as bad as you're making it seem.
Yeah, trust me, you won't hear it like I do.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying for us, it's
I
not.
downed the volume, okay? So it's shouldn't be bad for y'all, but I still hear it and it still fucks me. Then just put her to sleep, and she wakes up out of nowhere, like 2 minutes later. Like literally 7 minutes from the time I put her to sleep, she wakes up. I'm like, shut up. You little baby. I fed you, I bathed you earlier before stream. We take care of the baby, and she just wakes up out of nowhere like, I am pissed. And you must all suffer now. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Why should we suffer at 1 o'clock in the morning? But like they say, you can't predict your baby's schedule. So here I am trying YouTube my baby's schedule. Do you say anything to him? I think she's talking about you know what? Jimmy Jams. Yeah, what was up with that? You said I have a message, and that was the end of your speech there. Casey, are you hiding things from me?
Oh, I didn't reply.
What did he say though? That we asked.
He just said, what's up?
Bullshit, you're a liar.
No, I'm not.
I'll be there in like 2 hours to read your messages.
I didn't reply to him. I think he's still, hold on, I can see if he's still active. Yeah, he's still active right now.
Okay, we'll say, do you want to see or not?
Of course he's going to say yes.
Well, you sent him a picture of black woman.
He took it as a joke.
Going to Ben Peters now. You're disappointing me. Don't you dare, motherfucker. You called me, I'm calling you back. Yes, I'm rolling cigarettes, people. It's what you do when you're broke.
Hello?
Hey, Ben.
Hi, you called me earlier?
Yeah, you know me. I like calling. We are still live on a podcast about motivational speeches. I'm sorry. I can end my stream if it makes you feel comfortable. I want you to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Can we end my stream?
Wait, are you streaming right now?
Do you want me to end my stream?
When? Like, what was the question
now.
again?
Motivational stuff. You know that
Sure.
Fearless in my chat, you know he's like not doing good right now?
Oh.
He's got a 50-50 chance of living.
Oh.
Martinez says, yeah, he's one of my mods. He's like not doing good.
He was one of my mods too.
He overdosed on antidepressants. So I've been told.
Oof.
Yeah. Been kind of a sad video relay. I was talking about motivation and I became part of sadness. I think I will end my stream, so can you hang on for a minute? Yes?
Yeah.
Alright, tempo. Back to where am I at? Okay, this one. Screw Wizard. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the inspirational video, and I will catch y'all later. It's Rebel Hype. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like and notification bell if you want to be on further or find out when we further do videos. And I will talk to y'all later. Red Bully Hype out. I will play music on the way out. So y'all have a great and peace out, guys. I'm gonna talk my boy. Alright, Wizard boyfriend, Benjamin Storm Eyes.
Yeah. Hello?
No, it's fucking fun. It's fun. Bye, guys. Peace.